Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is immediately going to get into hero on the local news. Now, in the last video, obviously, we said that Jiu-Jitsu is the most sus sport, and it is, and I stand on that. I will die on that hill. The one thing I will say is that Jiu-Jitsu is, you're capable of breaking that person's limbs or like choking them to death or whatever, but you have the choice, you know? If someone with Jiu-Jitsu severely hurts like an untrained person that was like, you know, an untrained criminal and like stopping them, that's on them and it's their fault. But 9 times out of 10, there's so many reports and so many like news stories of people using Jiu-Jitsu to restrain criminals, stop them from hurting people. So Jiu-Jitsu is going to get the highest tier hero on the local news. Next up is wrestling. I kind of forgot about it in there, so I just brought it back in with the same picture. But yeah, wrestling, I'm going to put it in Good Samaritan. Generally, wrestling is like a very, very good martial art to use when it comes to restraining someone. Like, bro, I literally believe police officers should have like some low-level wrestling, like to an extent. And yeah, all I gotta say is wrestling's perfect for restraining someone, but it can be a bit brutal when it comes to like, you know, the takedowns and whatnot. Like, you can severely hurt someone with a body slam and this and that, but generally a good wrestler will be able to take someone down without hurting them too badly. But you never know. And remember, they don't know locks, they don't know holds, so all they can do is pin the person down, but a wrestler wouldn't know how to exactly like control the limbs the same way a BJJ person would. So that's why I wouldn't put in hero in the local news, but definitely a Good Samaritan. Boxing is going straight into you're going to jail. You're going straight to jail, bro. When it comes to street fights and self-defense, boxing, when it comes to like damage, it's really good. And so many people say, oh yeah, boxing is the perfect self-defense. I get that, but you don't understand the amount of damage you can inflict with boxing. It's striking, and it's pure striking. Hard right hands, left hooks, this and that. And it's not even the punches that's the most dangerous thing. Like, yeah, you can hit someone and you can hurt them pretty bad and you can knock them out, but even knocking them out isn't even that deep. It's when they fall and they hit the fucking ground. Like, that's the issue. Oh my God. When someone's head like connects with the concrete, there's a good chance like they're dead right there. There's stories of guys like killing people with one punch, except it wasn't even the punch that killed them. It was the ground that killed them. It was the impact from falling. So that's why I have to put boxing in fucking jail, because even though it's a good sport, like in terms of like, you know, protecting your head and that, but when it comes to fighting back, bro, you will hurt the person like too much, like way too much, to the point where the police and the law won't be on your side. Yeah, and you're going to fucking jail. Yeah, boxing is going straight into you are going to jail. Judo is going to go into you're going to hurt him way too much. Obviously you're saying, oh what, but it's a grappling sport, like why? But the issue with this is judo is very it's very slammy, if that makes sense. Like, you slam the person, like you drop them a lot, and there's a good chance you might lift them up and like slam them a bit too hard onto the concrete. The reason why I'm not putting it lower like pseudo jail like boxing is because with boxing you knock the person out, they can't even catch themselves and they hit the ground like directly on their head, like on their temple or some shit. Judo, they're still gonna be conscious while you're taking them down. They might have the chance to break their fall a little bit. They'll be like squirming as you like take them down using judo. That increases the likelihood of them being okay. And then from there, once you've taken them down, just like sit on top of them and like they'll be fine. The only issue is you might break their ribs, break their back. They might break their arm if they land awkwardly. But even then, it's still a good enough, because it's grappling, it's good enough to the point where I don't think you're gonna get sued. You know, if a CCTV camera caught you using judo in self-defense, they'd be like, okay, that's pretty valid. You know what I mean? Like the barrister, the prosecutor, they won't have too much beef with you. So I'm gonna put it in, you're gonna hurt him too much, but not to the point where you're gonna like have legal action taken against you. But yeah, I feel like you might break his arm or whatever. So yeah, judo gets this category. Muay Thai is gonna get put in, well, it's definitely not gonna be put in these ones. Fuck, I'm putting it in you're going to jail, bro. Like, Muay Thai is pretty brutal, and considering that you can use knees and elbows, that just makes it even worse, because those are like the kind of strikes that draw blood. You know, there might be people saying, oh yeah, but this, that, I don't know. Yeah, you can like take them out like by kicking their legs out from under them like they do. They like grab your leg and then like the sweep. But again, the elbows and the boxing just increases the likelihood of a knockout, and increases the likelihood of someone hitting the concrete too hard. So yeah, I think Muay Thai is way too lethal to like properly use in a street fight. And if you do use it in a street fight, you have to hold back, otherwise you might kill the person. So yeah, like Muay Thai is just Muay Thai is going in jail, bro. Cause fuck that, you're gonna hurt them way too much. Along with kickboxing, I mean kickboxing, unlike boxing, it uses a lighter form of boxing and it includes kicks. I think kickboxers would just end up using boxing anyways. For some reason, because their boxing isn't as lethal as boxers, because they use kicks as well, I might just put it and you're getting sued, but not straight jail. Yeah, you might like kick him to the stomach. Like the Muay Thai guy is gonna use elbows and shit, but the kickboxer, he might like give him just a hard like teep kick to the stomach, which would just lead to you getting sued, but not exactly jail. You know, I don't think it would be too bad, which is weird because I think boxing is lethal. I think Muay Thai is very lethal, but kickboxing you might get a little bit of leeway. Just boop, kick to the stomach. His ribs might be broken, but he won't be like dead, unlike Muay Thai and boxing. So we'll put him in sued. We'll put kickboxing in sued. Another one that I'm gonna put in sued is fucking Taekwondo, bro. Like what the Taekwondo, like you're kicking the shit out of the person. You won't be a good Samaritan or a hero on the local news or anything like that. I think, yeah, you're gonna do a lot of damage with those kicks, especially if you get them in the head. That's death. But generally, I don't think you'd go for a high kick in a street fight using like your Taekwondo. You'd be wearing jeans. What you'd probably do is go for leg kicks and body kicks. That's what I think someone with Taekwondo would use in a street fight, which would lead to broken bones, broken ribs, and that, in my opinion, would lead to you getting sued. So Taekwondo goes and you're getting sued. Combat Sambo is also, is gonna get dashed in. Combat Sambo is also pretty like deep. I'm gonna say, because of the wrestling, you can sort of hold him down, but then you're also striking him. Fuck, bro, you're getting fucking sued, bro. You're getting sued. You're not gonna kill him, because again, if you hit him, you can hit him like too hard, but you can also grab him and like get a hold of him, and then from there you could just control and restrain him. But generally, man, I think, yeah, because of the boxing, it makes it a bit lethal as well. So Combat Sambo is gonna be in you're getting sued as well. Again, you're gonna notice a pattern here. A lot of the striking sports, or the sports that include striking, are down here, because striking is more lethal than like grappling, in my opinion. Aside from body slams, of course. Karate. I should have made a like a column for, oh, like it's not even gonna work. Karate is so stupid. Considering that there's striking and shit like that, maybe like a high kick might do a bit too much. We're gonna dash it in Good Samaritan. I mean, like, I've never seen anyone on karate like properly defend it. We're just gonna put in you're getting sued, but fuck that. You're gonna do some dumb shit. You're gonna karate chop them in the nose, break their nose by accident. They can sue you for that, for like excessive force or whatever. I just don't respect karate. You're not going to jail. You're not gonna kill him with fucking karate, but you're definitely gonna do damage with karate. Like, I guess I can agree with that. Next up, okay, this one's one I really want to talk about. Lethwai, you are going to jail, right? Lethwai, if I'm saying it correctly, is the most brutal martial art ever. It is the most violent martial art ever. I'm gonna make a tier list on the most violent martial arts. Lethwai is so crazy in terms of like how you can basically, it's everything. You can do everything pretty much aside from biting. You can punch, kick, elbow, knee, headbutt. This is the key one. You can headbutt. I don't think people realize how lethal headbutts are, and like how they're pretty much outlawed in most martial arts. Headbutts are so like damaging. So if you're in a street fight and you want to inflict damage, use headbutts. But this tier list is about like the best martial arts to use in terms of like legality and like what's gonna happen to you after the altercation. If you use this martial art and say you're good at it, that's murder. That's straight fucking murder, bro. You're going to jail. You're gonna be behind bars for several decades. You are cooked. Okay, Lethwai by no means is a martial art that you can use to restrain someone. It is just for straight damage and lethality. You are going to jail. Okay, so I really recommend like you search up and like you see some of the matches in that. It is brutal. Almost every fight draws blood, right? Whereas unlike boxing or Muay Thai or kickboxing, it's like sometimes, bro, Lethwai is just way too dangerous to ever be used. You know, I understand why it's like not widely spread, because it's just a crazy martial art. If it was widely spread like boxing or Muay Thai, my nigga, you would be like, so many people would get CTE. Krav Magar. Now this is an interesting one. I'm putting it on Hero on the local news. Krav Magar is a very like, it focuses on disarming people, grappling, you know, seizing like the arms and taking control of the other person, disarming them and just no longer making them like a combatant. That's why Krav Maga is like, I'm a rate a little bit. Some people say it's kind of stupid and how like you just get stabbed or shot so quickly, but considering that it's just, I think Krav Maga generally is like a good enough martial art to use without hurting the other person. We're thinking about legality, restraint, disarming, and just overall de-escalating the situation. So here's my tier list. This one's just another picture of jiu-jitsu. I couldn't figure out which one was more sus, so I picked that one. The one where he's giving him straight back shots. Yeah. Here's my tier list. Argue about it if you want. See ya.